like the flake thing?
Oh, I was watching it.
Yeah, so they have really settled it. Found a really good church. They've been going to, and it's, yeah, they really.
There were some I know right now here. I'm gonna go. I'll make that announcement now.
So they said that one was 12 minutes start to finish, my friend. Are you gonna beat this one? It's not like they spent more time in, out, up here, out.
Procession.
Yeah.
This one, this one because there's a couple speeches.
Are they before you start the names?
One before, then the names, and one. And that's how it'll work. The last one, four speeches.
Oh, really? How long are the speeches?
Not one page.
Hey, Mark and I took a kid back to a area with them, kind of throwing it on the top of it.
He'll appreciate it.
Bottom line is what it was. It's like, we need new seats in here, we need new carpet, we need lighting. Those are just things we should follow. I said, well, I'm looking at this is, what's something we're not going to do again, you know? Like, talk to me about space. Like, how much more space do we need? Just general, because then we'll just come back and re-image everything else and then we're used to it. Wonderful. And he's like, I like this again. So it's 11,000.
Yes, because it's loud. Yeah, so I had to.
Let's say 15. I said, let's go 20. And he was like, yeah, let's go 20. Let's start with 20 and see what they can fit, you know, and where the grass goes out. Because it's got to look aesthetically pleasing. It looks like it fits with the building. But let's start there and see where we end up with it. And I was like, oh, yeah. So,
He'll be pleased. Talk to him. okay, but we're not at all of this. I mean, this is not it. So let's talk about what we can do. Get beyond what got cut and how that all happened. It's just, mm-hmm.
To the parents and families of the class of 2021, welcome, and thank you for attending or for watching from home as we celebrate the academic achievement in the senior class. Tonight, we are recognizing 139 students, or the top 20% of the senior class, for hitting the benchmark that was set for them upon entering CPHS as 9th grade students. Members of the Crown Point High School administrative team, along with our superintendent, Dr. Todd Terrell, as well as Crown Point Community School Board member Brian Smith, will present each honored student with a stole as a reward for their academic excellence that they have exhibited throughout their high school careers. The stole will be worn during our commencement ceremony on June 3rd. Each honored student has been recognized in the program along with their parents and the teacher that has had the greatest impact on their education. To capture the spirit of the evening, 2 students will read a letter to the teacher that has served as their inspiration. For our second session this evening, we will honor our Magna Cum Laude students. These students have earned a 4.1 to a 4.34 GPA during their high school careers and represent the top 6 to 10% of our graduating class. This is an exceptional achievement, as earning a grade point average this high is no easy task. I often tell people how impressed I am with all of our students, the difficult classes that you take, the effort that you put forth with your extracurricular activities or your work at local businesses, as well as your commitment to community service. You have done a marvelous job, and we are excited to honor your academic achievement tonight. We will now move to our first speaker of the night. It is Madison Flewelling, and she will read a letter to Mrs. Ashley Cosme.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Dear Mrs. Cosme, I vividly remember a day freshman year when we were doing the fingerprint lab for biomed. I was stressed and overwhelmed with classwork and the transition to high school. I remember walking up to you after class crying because I didn't finish the lab you said was due at the end of class, which sounds pretty silly now. We talked about it and I went to my next class. About halfway through 5th hour, I received a little bag with a rocket on it and a note that said, "Madison, I hope you have a better day." You took time out of your day to brighten up mine, and that meant the world to me. You have such a heart for people, from making gift bags to writing notes encouraging someone on the work they're doing. In both mine and other students' lives, I've seen a burst in confidence after talking to you. Your interactions are genuine and authentic, and you never fail to make me smile. When I think of you, I think of the word uplifting. As a student of biomedical innovations, I will say that pulling together a capstone project can seem daunting, not to mention in the middle of a global pandemic. But despite all the crazy circumstances this year has brought, your dedication and determination has shone brightly. When the science fair in Valpo got canceled, you found information about the CPHS Research Symposium so we could still present our projects. When students went virtual, you took time out of your prep hour to answer the questions they had. Your positivity and selflessness inspires me every day. Mrs. Cosme, thank you for being you. I admire your genuineness and relatability. The joy and excitement you have when you teach lessons or introduce a lab truly is contagious. You've made an immense impact on my life, and I'm extremely grateful. Sincerely, Madison.
Thank you, Madison. At this time, we will honor our Magna Cum Laude students by presenting them with their honor stoles. Our first Magna Cum Laude student is Michael Adams.
Congratulations, Michael.
Matthew Bates.
Congratulations, Matthew.
Savannah Becca.
Congratulations, Savannah.
Quentin Bach.
Congratulations, Quentin.
Colin Beisel.
Congratulations, Colin.
Julia Campbell.
Congratulations, Julia.
Caroline Donna.
Congratulations, Caroline.
Madison Fluelling.
Congratulations, Caroline.
Taylor Gearhart.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Sean Granger.
Congratulations, Sean.
Ann Gregg.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Emily Helmuth.
Congratulations.
Jenna Maiden.
Congratulations, Jenna.
Alyssa McMahon.
Congratulations, Alyssa.
Imran Mijas.
Congratulations, Emily.
Grace Muma.
Congratulations, Grace.
Jacob Usman.
Congratulations, Jacob.
Jonah Peterson.
Congratulations, Jonah.
Anya Petreski.
Congratulations, Anya.
Grace Philbin.
Congratulations, Grace.
Henry Philbin.
Congratulations, Henry.
Jack Philbin.
Congratulations.
Connor Pudawan.
Congratulations, Connor.
Anthony Saberniak.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Cole Simmons.
Congratulations, Cole.
Mankurth Singh.
Congratulations, Anthony.
Ethan Trump.
Congratulations, Ethan.
Katrina Valente.
Congratulations, Katrina.
And Mariana
Branish-Koski.
Franishkowski. Got it. I would now like to introduce Ann Gregg as she will read her letter to Mrs. Sarah Whitebrock.
Okay. Oh, backwards. Okay. I'm double masked, so I'm only going to take off one. Okay. Dear Mrs. Whitebrook, I don't know if you know how impactful you've been on my life. Freshman year was very hard for me, and I assumed sophomore year was the same. But it wasn't, because you were there. Your class was a great learning environment and also felt like a safe space. Even now, thinking about it feels like I'm surrounded in this warmth, like a fuzzy blanket or a fond childhood memory. I miss waiting for classes to start in the morning, curled in my back corner of the classroom, and I really miss derailing conversations to talk about some other part of history or language, or inevitably whatever comedic bits the boys on the other side of the classroom were committed to that week. I've had some classes that just felt routine, a simple little listen to lecture, take the notes, leave, but your classes were always dynamic. You made sure everyone knew each other's names, and by the end of the year, even if none of us were really friends outside of your classroom, it felt like a little family. Each class had its own dynamic, its own community, its own life that I can only really describe in smiles and warm shades of color. Your class was Vesta's hearth, the warm heart of the school. You always gave us a space that not only welcomed us and made us feel safe, but allowed us to learn at our own pace in a variety of different ways. I am someone with a lot of anxiety. You know that, I know that you know that, and you helped me with it a lot. Whenever I got too overwhelmed or jumpy, you always understood when I asked to get a drink or wasn't completely focused on a lesson, and you always made sure I was okay. You even made sure I was okay when it came to college. When our Latin club traveled down to DePaul for Fall Latin Day, I was skeptical. You had told me that I would like the school, but as the cornfields rolled on, I was doubtful, and then there it was, a little haven in the middle of nowhere. You encouraged me to rethink my future plans and find the place for me, not the place that was safe or that was comfortable, but the place that was literally built for me, and I could not have done it without your help. I would in no way be as excited as I am for college if it were not for you. I would probably still be anxiously scrambling to figure out my future, but you helped me find the place where I could be happy, where I could be me, when I wasn't going to be in your class. But I know Vesta's hearth still burns out. Latin has helped me find my people, and even as we're leaving, still burns on, words. Latin has helped me find my people, and even as we're all leaving, we still have those memories. We still have an invisible bond that connects us, that you helped us find and encouraged us to create. That invisible string makes the memories real, and it reminds us all when we're down, all of us Latin nerds have each other, and we have you, the person who believed in us no matter what. And for that, I'm eternally grateful. Thank you for all you've done for me, because you truly have influenced me for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Ann. Great speeches by both of our students, and it just shows the impact that our teachers can have on our young people here at Crown Point High School. I would also like to take a moment to recognize our guidance counselors and the great work that they do with our students. Counselors, please stand, which they are there in the back, and let's give them a round of applause for their work that they do. While we have gathered here tonight to recognize academic achievement in our senior class, we are also celebrating the very, very important partnership between students, parents, teachers that is so critical to academic achievement. Students, as you leave tonight, I hope you recognize how proud we are of all the work that you've done. You have done an incredible job and represented the tradition that is Crown Point High School through your efforts and achievements. And all I could say is outstanding job. That concludes the formal part of our Magna Cum Laude program. We invite everybody to grab a cupcake in the hallway as you exit the building. If you would like to take pictures, you are welcome to do so in our cafeteria with your parents and families. After you take pictures, you can exit through the main entrance. Thank you, all of you, for your attendance tonight. $15 minutes. That's not bad.
Hey, some of it is dangerous. You know, yeah. That was something like that.
This last one was tough.
Yeah,
I told you.
and then like to even try.
We were talking about it before. One of the things we went to was when they walked up and handed you the card, they just like leaned over and said, "Talk to her." And so anyway, we just heard it. Some of our names.
Jones is